Title: High-Speed Mayhem, NY Trooper lives to tell the tale while suspect checks out early. TLDR, a routine traffic stop turned roller coaster ride on an upstate New York highway ends with a state trooper surviving a gunshot and the suspect being found dead, presumed to have clocked out by suicide. Trooper Richard Albert, who got a hard-earned lesson in Murphy's Law, was released from the hospital while the bullet hurler, Nelson Troche, was discovered in a wooded area with a fatal self-inflicted gunshot wound. It was just another Friday for Trooper Richard Albert, pulling over speedsters who think they're auditioning for the Fast and Furious. But his stop for an SUV going beyond 100 miles per hour on the Interstate 88 was anything but routine. Now, here's where the plot thickens. As Albert approached the SUV, a handgun sprouted from the driver's side window faster than dandelions in the spring. And it wasn't just for show. Our trooper got a sudden upper arm piercing, courtesy of one Nelson Troche, 32, a Schenectady resident and, apparently, not the type to appreciate a speeding ticket. Did Albert see it coming? Not a bit. Deputy Superintendent Richard Allen, at a news conference, made it clear that it was as unprovoked as an unplanned rain shower on a summer's day. The body camera still of the gunshot gives us a chilling glimpse of this abrupt escalation. The SUV was just pulled over for being a speed demon, nobody expected a bullet bonanza. Troche, after adding, fugitive to his short-lived criminal resume, fled into a nearby woodland. Albert was not one to be left behind, returning fire even as he nursed a fresh wound. About 90 minutes later, Troche was found with what was believed to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The curtain call on his wild run was pronounced at an Albany hospital. And what about the lady behind the wheel, who had seemingly transformed her SUV into a Batmobile? Well, she was promptly taken into custody. So here we are, a trooper bearing a painful memento of a routine gone awry and a man, in a bizarre turn of events, cutting his life story short. All this set on a stretch of Interstate 88, with the echoes of speeding and gunshots now part of its lore. So what do you think, folks? Does this wild sequence of events point to a deeper issue within our society? Do we need to rethink traffic stops or our approach to law enforcement in general? Disclaimer: the content in this article is based on a real incident and does not provide any recommendation or suggestion of behavior. It is shared only to provoke thought and discussion on the events described. Turned Up News is not responsible for the actions of the individuals involved.